We experienced an active shooter situation approximately 10:08 p.m. tonight, this evening. We are currently standing at 527 for individuals injured, and individuals that have died or passed away, 59.
I'm Kathleen Griggs, and I'm the CEO of Databuoy Corporation. Databuoy is an engineering development company. We build sensors. We build small embedded sensing technology, namely SHOTPOINT, which is an acoustic localization sensor system. SHOTPOINT is different from a typical gunshot detection system in the fact that it does more than detect gunshots. SHOTPOINT is a gunshot localization system. So we use a multiple sensor technology where we'll get detections from individual sensors, and then we collect that information and we fuse that information together into a single localization solution for every shot. The environment here is spacing-wise, height-wise, very duplicative of something that has maybe a 30-story building, that might be maybe a Times Square. You can look at areas of Las Vegas, which is another area that is very concerned about this type of shooter scenario. So we wanted to make sure that we can conduct a live fire experiment in an area that accurately duplicates that urban terrain. Watching the events in Las Vegas, emotionally, from my perspective, when you make a system like this and you know that if they had your system, all those people didn't have to die. Sometimes that's tough to watch, and to wish that you could instantly, transport yourself into their minds and say, please, you need to understand this technology works. You can have it, and you just give us the word, and we're ready to put it in. And so sometimes that's really tough to watch when you see that, and you need to get into their heads the understanding that this is ready technology. This technology could solve that problem, and there's no reason not to use it and to save lives like that. The reaction from the attendees was more surprise. I mean, certainly they were impressed. I think a lot of them didn't really understand what they were looking at first, and then when they really looked at it and really realized that it was real, they were, I think, they became deep believers pretty fast. And I would say the problem that we had in the beginning was our accuracy was so good that they didn't believe that they were really seeing this. And so I think we got better at showing them. As we had the opportunity to move the shooters around and let them shoot random, let them shoot outside the network, we were able to convince them that this was really happening and this was real. So yeah, the hard part was convincing them this was real. But and it was, we were pretty impressed with ourselves. It was dead on. It was very, very good. We were incredibly accurate, and that was great. I did hear some reactions from some of the visitors saying that they had never seen this before, and they wanted to know why we weren't in stadiums and why we were not talking to the NYPD. I mean, we heard comments like that, and the reason is that this is our opportunity to show that it works. This is the first time. So this was the first time showing the technology. They were the first to see it. So, so we're hoping that NYPD and all of these other customers get a chance to see it too.
My name is János Szalai. I'm CTO at Databuoy Corporation. Today we did a live demo in the quarry because we wanted to demonstrate that SHOTPOINT can accurately display the trajectory of the bullet and compute the elevation of the source of the bullet. We had multiple different shooting positions in the quarry. We were trying to mimic here different floors of a tall building, and we accurately identified the shooter being either on the first or second floor or on the 10th or the 11th floor. In recent mass shooting events, like the one in Las Vegas in 2017, a shooter was in a tall building. This quarry very much resembles that environment in a sense that we could have a shooter position over here that was about 150 meters away from our protected area and 100 meters above the elevation of our sensors. So this was essentially a perfect replica of an urban environment, and that's why we chose this area to demonstrate the system.
What is so great about this quarry is it solved a lot of problems for us that we've encountered when we've been selling the SHOTPOINT system. One of the key points that we've had to address was this idea that SHOTPOINT does track elevation and can do localization. But what's really crazy about it is we can't take live shots in a public area without either great amount of work or cooperation from authorities. When we work at a quarry, we're able to take these live shots and prove a lot of these things. And so what has happened is we've been able to bring in a lot of security experts, a lot of the top security companies, a lot of the top integrators, lighting companies, and show them what SHOTPOINT is capable of. And I can tell you they were blown away. It was really impressive, not only for our team to see how our product performed in a live test, but it was even more inspiring for us to see how all of these types of companies and integrators responded to what they saw. So when we envisioned a live demo here at the quarry, we knew we had to show a few things. We needed to show that we could identify shooters at different angles. We needed to show that we could identify multiple shooters in the same venue. And we need to be able to prove it, because it's very easy for gunshot detection companies that don't really work to fake it. So we needed to prove that nothing about SHOTPOINT is fake, it's all very real. So what we did is we put shooters at multiple elevations, multiple locations, shot at targets and shot across targets, and we showed that the SHOTPOINT system is very capable not only of identifying where the shooter was and localizing them, but also identifying not only the direction but also the trajectory of those bullets. And that's really the type of information and actionable data that law enforcement needs if they're going to save lives. We just really need to get out to the masses and let everyone know that this solution exists, it needs to be implemented, and it needs to be there because it's going to save somebody's life.